feelings in it.
Top of the tibbity top Guna D.
But you know what the difference is between like your Esteval comparison that you made? The only difference is when Chelsea go out and buy other players, they buy other young players. So you're not really blocking the pathway in the same way. Like if you go and sign Paulinho, that's a statement that Archie Gray is not starting.
He's not good enough. That's what it means. It doesn't mean he's not starting. It means Archie Gray isn't good enough.
But if you went on, I don't know, if you went and signed someone,
he's not good enough for Champions League. That's the point, though. We're playing Champions League this year. We're playing Europa League. I'll be like, yeah, cool, Archie Gray, you're going to get a lot of your minutes in Europa League in central midfield this season. Maybe not in the Premier League, but in the Europa League. We don't have minutes to give away like that now. It's not like we can look at him and be like, yeah, Archie, you're going to be playing in the Champions League against Real Madrid. We're going to use you in a pivot of our midfield. That's just not going to happen. That's like we have to have ambition as a club. So yeah, we tell him, yeah, we're bringing in Paulinho because we're playing 2 games a week. You're still going to play a lot of minutes, but we need a diverse squad and we need experience in here for games when we're playing in the Champions League. That's why we're signing an experienced player. We're playing 2 games a week. I don't get why Archie Gray or any other player would be upset with us or a youngster. And if he is, then get rid of him, because if he's not good enough anyway, there's a reason why we're signing a player above him. Like again, I think
you're making my point now. That's the point I'm making. I'm saying
no, but if Archie Gray was upset by it, I would say get rid of him, because who do you think you are, bro? You're 18, 19. Like you will wait and bide your time in the team. We're playing Champions League. We're at the big boy table. You need to know your level sometimes.
No, but he's got. But this is the thing. I think he's good enough to play. Like I don't think you need to sign someone who like so clearly is going to play above him. Like, I think if you went and signed someone who's like, I don't know, between the ages of like 21 to 25, all right, cool. But you're going out in his position, you're going out and signing Paulinho. I promise you, Paulinho is starting every game. Archie Gray will probably play, I don't know, FA Cup games, maybe Carabao Cup
games every now and then.
Every now, but it like even. But I don't know. Like for me personally, Homeland, I don't even say his name. His name, the Sportism brother. That's a good signing because he's not old enough that I look at him and go, yeah, you're definitely playing all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like to an extent, I hear both sides in it. Don't get me wrong, I hear both sides, but my fear, I'm kind of leaning more towards D in the sense that if you go out and commit £40 million on a youngster, you have to make the pathway open for them. Otherwise, you wasted £40 million. You might as well just sell them.
You wasted 40 million. You could have spent 10 million on your Norgard for 2 years, and then 10 million on Douglas Reed for 2 years.
Yeah.
That would have been a 6-year, 8-year process on 30-year-olds.
But the thing is, he's 19, so I don't expect Archie Gray to reach his prime in probably the next 4 to 5 years. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, so if we sign Paulinho, who would be a stopgap for 1 to 2 years, probably 2 seasons at max. In those 2 seasons, in the first season, yeah, Paulinho is going to be the starter. In the second season, he's probably going to start with him, and Archie Gray is still going to play more minutes. By the third season comes and Archie Gray is 22 years old, he could be a starter in Tottenham. Now, if he's 4 years into his Spurs career and he's starting, and you're telling me it's too late. No, it's not too late. For one, 19, 20, he's 19 years old.
It's too late. You can't buy a player for 40 million and
yes, you can. Yes, you can. If he's 18 years old, so you're telling me, and if you no matter wait, let's have it right. Well, if you sign an 18-year-old, there's no expiry on when he has to become good. You're telling me that he has to become good before 4 years. So what's the expiry then? Please, you know what? This is now the new conversation. You sign a young player. Forget Tottenham and Archie Gray. I just need to know, like, we're forgetting names. We're just going to take Archie Gray off it.
I'm going to give you. I'm going to tell you.
I want to put the scenario. You sign an 18-year-old. What's the expiry? And does the expiry matter on the price? What are the factors that affect the expiry for how long they need to become?
If you sign a 19-year-old for £40 million, you're expecting him to be the guy that's going to keep you going for 10 years. That's the whole point, right? You're not expecting him to get good at 26 because we all know a player at 26 is still ready. We know a player that's 26 is still young.
So if he becomes world class at 26, that's a problem.
You didn't spend 40 million on him to become world class at 26. You didn't spend 40 million now for him to be world class in 8 years' time.
We spent. It's an investment. That's exactly what you're doing.
No, that's exactly
No. He's not a £40 million player. What we're doing is we're investing on the fact that within the next 10 years, he becomes a player that's worth a lot.
No. You're wrong. That's not what you buy him for. You bought him to be that player for the next 10 years, not to be that player.
You didn't buy him to become that player straight away. No, we didn't.
Listen. You didn't buy him to be that player in 8 years' time. You bought him to be that player.
But I didn't even say that. You said 8 years. I said by 22. So I said in the next 3 to 4 seasons.
I'm saying if Archie Gray doesn't play, if Archie Gray doesn't start playing this year and cement himself in the team, but in a year and a bit, he'll want to leave.
His contract's till 2030, bruv. He's got another 5 years.
That means he can't. So he can't want to leave because he's got a contract to 2030. He can't want to leave.
Bro, no. All right. Let me just. am I gonna get? All right. This is what I just need to clarify.
Does that mean he can't want to leave or what?
I just need to clarify. So again, you do know that by the time Arsenal bought Odegaard, he was already in his like 6th year or 6th or 7th contract, 6th or 7th year into him being a player as Real Madrid, right? You do remember that?
Yeah. So
you do know. So by what you just said. He would have expired, but by the time he got to Arsenal, it was like he got a new lease of life. This is still a 22.
You're missing the point. When he what did Odegaard do? He went to Real Madrid at 15 years old, didn't play for a couple of years, went on loan to Sociedad, went back, said I'm leaving.
No, he was on loan for years. He was playing in Castilla for years.
He left.
And guess what? He left and blossomed at what age?
You're making my point.
No. He left and blossomed at what the age is my point. 22,
you're missing my point.
Archie
Gray somewhere else.
Archie Gray's not got enough ambition to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm going to want to leave Spurs in a year because I haven't played that much."
Yes,
football.
he will.
Last season, he played way more football than what he expected.
At centre back.
Last season, bro, he played football. I don't think he's a young player. It doesn't actually matter where you're playing at that age.
It does matter where you're playing. He didn't get sold a dream to be playing.
He's a versatile player. He knows that. No, because you do know that the season before he came to Tottenham, the whole year at Leeds, he played 40 plus games at right back. So when you're telling me that, he's going to be upset, he played 40 plus games at right back. The majority of his career, he's played at right back. You do know that. The majority of his professional career has been done at right back.
He's a centre midfielder.
But the majority
right back is an inverted right back. He's an inverted right back, but he's a centre midfielder.
Forget Tottenham. He played right back at Leeds. Yes, right back.
He's a centre midfielder though.
But so my point is you keep saying he didn't come to Spurs to play all these other positions. He come to Spurs because he saw it as a better opportunity than going to Brentford. He saw himself.
Wait, slow down. You're talking like you know what he says. What I'm saying is, if you spend
that is a fact. That is a fact because he had a medical booked with Brentford and then he chose Spurs at the last second. So why did he choose Spurs?
Because at the time, the Spurs ethos was let's buy lots of young players for the future. They changed the mindset of the club. That was the whole point. So Archie Gray saw it as a new project with the youngsters. I'm going to start playing centre midfield. I'm going to be the next top number 6 player.
Wait, when did Tottenham change his ethos? Tell me when Tottenham changed their ethos.
When did Tottenham go for you bought bare 21-year-olds?
We've been doing that for years, bro. We've always signed young players. I don't know. I can go back the last 10 years and name you loads of failed youngsters that we've signed. I can name them, D. I can name you every single year.
Let's go back to the original point. The original point is
you think Archie Gray has an expiry. When does he have? So you think if he doesn't buy this season,
his expiry will be
so by 2026. You think this time next year, if he hasn't played enough football, he's gonna want to leave. That's
100%.
100%. Just quickly. I big up Jimmy, for the raid. Jimmy Spliff TV,
Jimmy Spliff, man.
Anyone that was already in here, and you're not subscribed to Jimmy, go over there, subscribe to Jimmy. And anyone that came in from Jimmy's raid, make sure you go to the description or to the top of the chat to go and subscribe to Famzone TV and Durag Diaries. You get me? And all of this, champions of the world, you'll never sing that. Yeah. Don't be champions of the world, but not champions of England next season. Hold that. You man can carry on.
Like, I'm generally so confused as to why you think Archie Gray will want to leave Tottenham next season. For one, he's on a contract that probably not many other teams are going to offer him. I hope you know that. Archie Gray is not on no penny change money. Archie Gray is on some big money for a young player. So for the fact that he got a 6-year deal, he knows that signing that 6-year deal at Tottenham was probably the best deal he would get in this time frame. We know that Archie Gray will not be expecting to play first team minutes at a Champions League level
yes,
team
he will.
for at least the next 2 seasons. He won't.
You're crazy.
He's not going to be first team. I think he'll be fine to be a bit part player. He's not going to want first team. He's going to understand he's not a starter for the next 2 seasons.
If Archie Gray is not cemented himself in the first team in the next year and a bit, he's going to leave in the next year and a half. He's going to want to go. He got bought. So what you're saying is you bought him for 40 million. Yeah,
as an investment. He's an investment.
No, but you buy him at 40 million because you assume he's going to become better than 40 million pounds, don't you?
Yes. Across not in the next 4 or 5 years, in across the span of his lifetime at Tottenham. So across so by the time he signs another contract, he's going to be worth more than 40 million.
That's my point. How can you be worth more than 40 million if you don't play football?
So he's got a 5-year contract. He's got another 5 years to make that up.
So when is he meant to break into the team? What, when he's in year 5?
You actually don't listen. You actually don't listen, D. Because I did tell you when he should break into the team. I said for the next 2 seasons he wouldn't be expected to be the first starter. So over the next 2 seasons he'll work to break into the team. But
year 4. So
it will be year 4 by the time he breaks into the team.
So you think Archie Gray
will be a Tottenham starter in year 4?
Signed a 5-year deal for
young players.
Break into the team in year 4.
I would expect that a young player. You do know Kobe Mainoo's in year 3 as a Manchester United player. He doesn't start. No. Because you seem to think that a young player
is from Man United. Kobe Mainoo is a Man United product. I'm saying to you, you're telling me that
him being a product.
It's a big difference because he could have stayed at Leeds. It's a big difference. He could have stayed at Leeds.
Why would he stay at Leeds as a championship club or go to Tottenham and win the Europa League, bruv? There's levels. He's now done something that he never thought he could do with Leeds ever. You think Leeds he was going to win Europa League with Leeds?
I'm saying. If he stayed at Leeds, he could. A lot of people say you should stay at certain teams because you get football and you learn your trade. That's what they say that all the time. Because if you didn't know, Leeds are now a Premier League club. If you didn't know that,
so he would have played 43 games last year. He played a lot of minutes. He played more than enough minutes.
But you're saying that he signed a 5-year deal. But in his mind, he had a plan that in the last year of his deal, the last year and a bit, he's going to bring the team.
2 to 3 years. The last 2 in the first, yes, because I said in the 4th year. So that wouldn't be the last year. It's a 5-year contract. So by the time
it's a 5-year contract, but he's going to break into it in year 4.
2027. No, so 2027. Yes, 2 years on from now, that will be his third. That will be 3 years in Tottenham. That will be his 3 years spent. So in 2027, but he still has 3 years left of his deal. He had a 6-year contract.
I asked you a direct question, and you said
he had a 6-year contract till 2030.
You told me 5. You know, I didn't. You told me
5 years from now. You're not listening.
So he's going to break into year 4. So he's going to break into in year 4, like I said.
But then you're saying
5 years from now is year 4.
No, D, you're not listening, bro. Year 4, as in counting last season. Year 4 from when he signed, he will be a starter. That's what I'm saying. He will not be expected at 18 years of age to be by the time I'm 20, I'm going to be starting first team at Champions League.
He will.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he will. What? So you think it takes 4 years for a player to now get into their like?
No, I think at 8 from an 18-year-old. I think for them to fully, and I don't know what you're talking about breaking. When I mean start, I mean a guaranteed starter every week in, week out. You're the first one.
What do you think when Neri signed a new contract and wanted guaranteed minutes? When Neri's 17, what 18 years old? Why do you think Miles Lewis Skelly? What do you think?
Because when Neri done what he done last year, he proved already that there's no reason why if you ain't gonna give him the guaranteed minutes, someone else will. That's what he showed you, man. He forced you, man, into that.
Bro, Archie Gray was bought for 40 million pounds.
What's
you keep going on like he didn't come for the academy like our players, and our players want guaranteed minutes. Archie Gray, if he doesn't get guaranteed minutes in the next year and a bit, he's gonna leave.